Welcome to Thinkin, a podcast series by Kautilya School of Public Policy.
Hello, welcome to Kautilya School of Public Policy. You are watching our policy podcast, Thinkin. In today's episode, we are not going to discuss any policy related topic. We don't have any expert guest. But today, we are seizing this opportunity to reflect back on our journey as we are graduating from the school. And to discuss the journey at Kautilya, I am joined by Trilok, one of my best friends at Kautilya. Welcome, Trilok.
Thank you so much,
happy to have you
Audumbar.
with us.
It's a pleasure to be on your show.
So Trilok, just tell me how Kautilya happened to you. I know that you are computer science grad. You wanted to pursue something different.
Right.
And how did Kautilya happen to you? Just
Right. Of course, I was a computer science grad, and then I joined a startup called Darwin Box. It's a Hyderabad-based startup. I was working at a capacity of business analyst. It was phenomenal. 1 year experience in a startup mode. The kind of pace at which we work is really excellent. So I was really having a good, nice corporate career. But somewhere deep down, I every day used to feel, is it what I really wanted to do? It's not about the productivity at work, but it's a satisfaction and is this what you're dreaming for, right? So really not. And that's when I started reflecting on myself, who am I? And COVID happened, right? We all were at home. I started doing bicycling club. We were doing lake cleaning drives and all of that. I mean, I was involved into community building, bringing community together and doing something productive to the society. So that really gave me happiness, and I really wanted to do something like that 24/7. So that's when I started reflecting what kind of education that I have to put myself through, what are my weaknesses, what are my strengths. Then I got to understand that I'm really poor on social sciences, how government works, right? How really politics work. I mean, basic understanding of politics. Every nook and corner under it, everybody discusses politics, but not that. What really happens behind today? Whatever policies that are implemented, it's through politics, right? At the end of the day, it's the politics that decide what policies need to be implemented. So I really wanted to put myself in those shoes. Go through a rigorous education. So that's when I started searching and came through Kautilya, and then I applied. The kind of faculty here, oh my god, brilliant. I have to say, I happened to Mr. Indamit Gill, who's the chief economist of World Bank, was here for a 20 days with us on campus, right? What else do you need? Right? That was a brilliant experience for me. Likewise, many I would like to mention later in the interview, but so the experience was phenomenal. This is how I joined Kautilya.
So just to put it in a nutshell, that passion towards social service and passion towards politics that drew you towards Kautilya.
Absolutely.
And as if you remember, Mr. Chidambaram, who was here for orientation, he said very interesting that policies are all about politics.
Right.
Yeah. So tell me about.
No, wait. I'll ask you a question right now. You ask me one. Audumbar, I know that you come from a very humble background. I have seen your family. I've met where you. I know where you come from. Right. Tell us how Kautilya really happened to you. Why Kautilya? And where do you stand today? Are you happy?
I'm absolutely happy because first of all, I would like to answer your first question. How did I stumble upon Kautilya? So I was just as a daily ritual, I was just picking up Times of India from a bus stand, and I saw the advertisement there.
Right.
And that's how I stumbled upon. And then I searched a little bit more, and I found that the school is very interesting, and decided to join. But there was a context to it. I was previously working in development sector, education and agriculture, in a very small setting. But I thought that if I go into public policy, I'll get to know the nuances of public policy, particularly how to scale up my work at the public policy level and what are the challenges involved. So these are the reasons that attracted me for joining public policy.
Right. How has been your experience over the last 2 years?
Experience is just phenomenal. Again, to say. Means particularly when it comes to curriculum, the curriculum is just at par excellence, like global universities. We have been exposed to different subjects across different faculties, visiting faculties, particularly to just a name of you, as you pointed out, Indamit Gill.
Right.
Now tell me, where else you can learn from macroeconomics than Subbarao himself? So given the kind of faculty we have had, given the kind of curriculum we have had, I'm absolutely happy. I was privileged to be a part of Kautilya.
Right. Audumbar, I have to mention this and acknowledge you are across my batchmates. You are one such student who always worked hard, and you were always upfront in terms of exposing yourself to new learnings. Right. That was really inspiring, and I also used to follow you, looking at the way you handled Placecom. You, Junaid, Shubham, in the end, they were very challenging times. I see that,
Indeed.
and it's really inspiring. And you were also handling the IPS media training workshop, right? Could you just take us through those moments?
Yeah. So before I would like to talk about Placecom and that IPS training experience. I just wanted to talk about this very place. This studio has become my another home.
Yeah,
at
this
Kautilya,
studio, yeah.
Because I joined.
By the way, Audumbar is the one who mostly utilized this studio. Okay. Yeah.
So thanks to Theris, she came up with a brilliant idea of podcast club,
Right.
and I saw this as a brilliant opportunity to expose myself to a communication paradigm. And I have had an interaction with Dr. Subbara, Vratin Roy, Dr.
Yeah.
Suhas Parshikar.
Yeah, yeah.
So in terms of communication, this particular studio, this has helped me a lot. So I thoroughly enjoyed being a part of podcast club, and I would like to request my next batch to take it forward. As far as Placecom is concerned, as you know that being a first batch, it has always been a challenge
Right.
to place the students. But despite all of that, today 2/3 of our students are placed.
Excellent,
And
yeah.
we as a Placecom, we take a pride in that. We
Yeah.
are very happy. Having said that, yes, there were some challenges. Many students are yet to be placed. But we are hopeful that they will also get a
नहीं, नहीं,
wonderful
हो
opportunities.
जाएगा. That's big.
IPS media training, thanks to Dean, he put a faith on me to train young Indian police officers for a media was a brilliant opportunity for me and to interact with them.
Right.
So I'm just going with the packages of memories and I will continue to cherish them
Absolutely.
in years to come.
Me too.
Yeah. Now Trilok, tell me, you've been in a leadership position at Kautilya, particularly in the second year. You were a part of different clubs. You initiated different different clubs like eSale and all. Just tell me, how has been your experience? How leadership changed your perspective, being a part of leadership?
Right. Firstly, see, Audumbar, one of the biggest, privileges that we have here is that our cohort, right? It's very diverse, right? In terms of age, in terms of work experience, in terms of the cultures where they are coming from. It's very diverse. So you have 44 different perspectives, 44 different opinions, and you have to decide on one, right? Every single time. So it's really tough. So throughout my leadership role, if I have to reflect upon, diversity is the one. I wouldn't say challenge, but it's a great experience. Coming up with consensus, hosting dialogue, discussing with them. It's a time-taking process, of course, but that's how democracy should work, right? So before we move into the real world outside, the kind of experience that Kautilya gave me, I am well equipped right now. I'm very confident that if I can go outside tomorrow, I know I can just do this kind of things very at ease. So that is one point, and of course, being in a leadership role, it's a selfless service at the end of the day, right? There are perks that comes along with it, but at the end of the day, you have to the kind of rigorous course that we have here. You have to balance that. At the same time, you have to serve people, fulfill the responsibility, and deliver up to their expectations. So time management is crucial, and initially it was a real it's tough for me. I used to drain a lot, but later I figured out time management is the key. So that has been a great learning for me. And the most important part is that there are high chances that we walk on a slippery slope in diversity, right? A few decisions might make things fall apart, right? So it's very important to keep your community intact and make sure you're taking everybody along, right? So over the last 2 years, I think we have pulled off well so far, and today I'm very happy that all of us, whatever clubs, anything that the foundations that we have laid, we have set a benchmark. We didn't just start things for the namesake. Naam ke vaste kuch kiye nahi. Everything we have set benchmarks, the charters in place, and hopefully the next batch who are equally capable, I'm really hopeful that they'll take these things forward. And Kautilya has a bright future, and through these clubs and all, we'll all stay connected, and we'll keep nurturing our subjects.
Sure. Thank you so much that we are concluding, just 1 minute is left. So just tell me very briefly, What was one challenging moment and what was one very happy moment for you at Kautilya?
Challenging moment are many. I wouldn't
Just
want
to summarize, one challenging, one happy
maybe
moment.
town halls
Okay.
facing audience, the questions they pose at you,
Okay.
you just have to keep your cool there and just answer them. That was a challenging moment. Happy moments is the friends, yaar.
Okay.
The kind of moments I spent with all of you guys, lot of memories. The food that we had at Hyderabad, that's the biggest memory. Those
Yeah.
are happiest
Yeah.
diaries that
Yeah.
I'll take back.
Yeah.
And any concluding lines
Yeah,
that you
so
want
just to
mention?
sum up, I think we have had brilliant times, we have had challenging times here, and we are looking forward to our career, and we'll bow down to this institute which has given us a lot of opportunities.
Absolutely.
And we'll continue to engage with Kautilya
We will,
wherever it is possible, and we wish all the best for upcoming batches. With that, we are concluding. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Happy graduation, Audumbar.
Happy graduation day.